Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a reading for Libra February 2022 for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars. I'm excited you're here with me. I'm happy to do this reading for you. I will start with a general energy in the beginning. I will talk about a relationship situation or a relationship dynamic in the second part of the reading, and in the end of the reading I will also pull some charms, so just that you know what's going to happen. And I'll talk a little bit about astrology throughout the reading, so that's something that is also coming through here on this channel. So let's get started right away. I did this reading in German earlier on my German channel, so you can check that out as well. In the description box is everything else you need, of course. Libra, this month is gonna be a fiery moment for you. There is so much emphasis on fire, on the archetypal male energy, on the forward-moving ego, proactive energy here, and about how to control that type of energy. This is really a big one for you. There is so much fire energy. We have all these wands here. We do have these queens in reverse, which also speaks about maybe letting your male side or your masculine side come more forward, or really thinking about that. And we do have the father card here as an archetype card. So this is, wow, this is a huge month for you when it really comes to, I think, integrating your own masculinity, integrating your animus, maybe like on a more psychological level, and integrating your forward-moving linear energy in a way that you can control it and really work with it. We do have a new moon in Aquarius on February 1st, and Mercury is moving direct on February 3rd in Capricorn, and Mars is also in Capricorn. So that already brings forward movement in general. And new moon in Aquarius, that's a sister sign of yours, so that's also giving you the chance to start anew. And also the sun is still in Aquarius, so you also get a lot of sun energy, which also stands for the wands from Aquarius trining you. So this is a lot of fire coming your way, and I think the challenge will be, how do I handle this fire? How do I direct this fire? How do I direct this motivation, this willpower, all this energy that's building up within me, and how do I not get overwhelmed by it? How do I not create or get into drama? How do I not get overwhelmed by it? How do I not direct it towards myself? So yeah, this is really a very, very fascinating set of cards here. We also have a full moon in Leo. Again, Leo is highlighted here. Also, it came out with the Astro dice that I'm gonna throw again during the reading, but in the German reading already Leo was highlighted. So there might be a culmination of some sort during this month around the 16th, where there's a full moon in Leo, where it's really a lot about who are we, how do we want to show ourselves, how do we want to put ourselves out there into the world, and how do we want to also romantically create things, because the fifth house is really about Leo and romance as well, and there's a lot of romantic stuff going on, I feel like, this month for you. A lot of fiery stuff, a lot of passionate stuff. So yeah, this is an overview. I don't even know, I mean, I'm gonna break it down now in the cards, but this is just a regular, like, or an overall energy that's coming through, that's so intense. Seriously, Libra, it's so intense. So we start here with the Queen of Wands, which says she's in reverse. So I have a feeling like in the beginning of this period there might be a little bit of a difficulty to get started, or when to get started, or how to get started, or it's like difficulty to get into motion. Also, there's a little bit of a danger of burning yourself out in this during this month, even though you have the Nine of Wands upright. So there is no Ten of Wands, but just make sure it doesn't come to this burning out sort of moment where you're just doing too much. Queen of Wands in reverse can indicate that you feel like the timing is off, or you're maybe having a hard time getting into things at the right time. So timing is coming through here, and it could also be a moment in the beginning of the month where you feel like, oh, I don't know how to start, in which direction to start. I really have all this energy, all this motivation, but I don't know how to start. Or it could be a lack of motivation, which I kind of don't really feel, to be honest, because with the Nine of Wands and the Strength card, I don't feel, and all this fiery energy here, I don't feel like there's a lack of motivation. It's more like what comes through here is energy building up within yourself that is hard to direct in the right direction. So literally hard to direct, you know. Because throughout the month here with the Nine of Wands, it seems like you're really... you've been here before. I don't think this is a new experience for you. The Nine of Wands is really a card of integrating past experiences, of also coming so far, coming very far. It's also like the card of a marathon runner for me. Like I've come so far, and before the goal, or before the end of the run, I'm gonna draw strength from how far I've come, you know. So it's really integrating all these past experiences, how far you've come into this current situation, even though they might have wounded you or limited you in some way, but you can at the same time draw the strength out of those experiences and all the things you've gotten for yourself and you fought for and you really put yourself on the line for. This is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is also often called the wounded warrior, which I'm not so quite sure, because the wounded warrior is also Chiron in astrology, and Chiron really doesn't have a lot to do with the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is actually a Sagittarius card in I think in the Crowley deck, where it is a lot about understanding your inner and aligning your inner subconscious realm with your outer illuminated realm. So it's very much actually building a bond of your higher knowledge and how to move forward and your subconscious, and they're aligned, so there is no disconnect. And also letting the dark, letting the unknown kind of fuel you in a way as well. So you can see this here in this card. I really like this, how this is illustrated here, because he's really going into this, fighting the dark, fighting this dark spot, and kind of like drawing his inspiration therefore from this as well, you know, going into the unknown. And that's a very Sagittarius thing to do. There is a lot of strength, there is a lot of power. This card is called also Strength in the Crowley deck, and we have the Strength card here as well, the Major Arcana Strength card, which is in the Crowley deck called Lust. So there you go. It's a lot about sexual energy as well. It's a lot about passion and movement forward and drive forward, to achieve, to go even further is what I see here strongly with the Nine of Wands, to go even further, to go this last step into the unknown, really, into the thing that you have not explored yet. And I think out of all the experiences that you've come, or that you went through so far, there might be a bit of an exhaustion moment, or a consideration of, oh, this is going to be hard, you know, this is going to be exhausting, this is going to be tough, this is going to be a fight. So do I really want to do this? Can I really ride the wave of my passions? Can I really step into it? Can I really handle all the energies that are exposed to me, or that are building up within me? Can I handle them? Because with the Chariot here, we have that little bit of an anxious moment where you're not quite sure to step into the journey, you know, to be that hero. With the Chariot in reverse, it could also be that your ego, there is definitely an ego moment going on here with all these wands, but the Chariot can also be an inflated ego. So you're really not understanding what's going on within you, and therefore overestimating yourself. I don't see that for you in particular, because you are, with the Nine of Wands, very much so understanding and understanding where you're coming from, what you've been through, and integrating experiences on all levels. So I don't think this is, as I said, this is new to you. There is just a hesitancy, because I think the forces are so strong, the drive is so strong, that it's just really hard to tame the beast. And there might be two beasts that you're dealing with, because we have these two lions here, and maybe there's two beasts within yourself, which is very much a Chariot, you know, energy, this light and dark energy is pulling you into different directions, and the Chariot is kind of able to still make them go, you know, the right way and step in. And here he's very much in motion, which is funny in a way, because in a lot of decks and in the classic decks, the Chariot is not really moving fast, not yet. It's more like an intuitive, slow building up of energy, and then you take the step and get soaked in. So maybe here we have that sort of indication that that's what's happening here in February, that you're building up the energy, that you're really within yourself building up that Kundalini energy, and you're just getting ready to be soaked in your life path even more. Here, same thing with the High Priestess. It's a very intuitive month. It's a very like not rational month, for sure, because we also have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this might all feel a bit irrational, you know. So now I put the Strength card upright. So yes, this might really be the month where you are mastering, I want to say, with the Nine of Wands, to control that beast within you and to really direct it. This is such a good card. I love this card. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here upright, because I like it how this wanted to turn up. So yeah, a very powerful, very intense month, which is funny, because I feel like in the astrology, maybe I'm missing something. I'm not a, you know, professional astrologer, but with February for Libra, I don't know, it doesn't seem like there is so much fire energy coming through. But then we have, I mean, what we do have is Capricorn. Mars is in Capricorn, and that's squaring you. And then Mercury is going direct again in Capricorn first, and then in Mercury. So yeah, that could definitely bring forward movement, and also some air to the fire. In a relationship dynamic or a love situation, it's also, I think, a fiery month for you, but you're kind of trying to stay detached a little bit, at the same time open with the truth. I think you're not lying to anybody. I don't think you're keeping secrets. I don't think you are playing anybody. With the Seven of Swords, also, most important of all, not playing yourself, you know, not looking away from certain truths or uncomfortable truths. I think you're very, very honest with yourself, and trying to be very honest with and transparent with the outside world as well. And I think you're not trying to hide anything. So here with the Seven of Swords, you might seem a little detached. Maybe there is people around you. It could be more people with the Eight of Wands, or a lot of passion directed towards you, and you are just not leaning into that passion so much, because you're with this Nine of Wands here, like, oh, I've been through all of this. I really want to make sure to control the beast, you know, the beast of this machine called sexuality. Because this looks like a very sexy month as well. And I think, therefore, you are trying to keep in control. You've been there, done that. And you have been maybe also wounded by experiences that are mainly sexual, and you're just really trying to, you know, keep it cool. Which is really what's coming through here, very much so. Keep it cool, keep it a little detached. I think it's emotionally detached, because we have the Queen of Swords here in reverse, and also you're understanding that what's directed towards you is very passionate, at the same time maybe not super emotional just yet, you know. Maybe it's like, maybe you're dealing with people who are communicating a lot and very drawn to you on a sexual level, very attracted to you, but maybe you can't quite feel the deeper connection. You know, there's something where you feel like, okay, there is no deeper connection just yet. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is the only card that's bothering me here a little bit, because first of all, it's a card that stands for Libra, or for the air signs. I see also for you, you could be dealing with fire signs. I see very strongly. I see Leo, Sagittarius, of course also Aries, but more Leo and Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Also, we had a Cancer full moon on the 17th, so maybe you're still carrying some of that emotion with you that you're trying to release in this moon cycle until February 1st. And also we have an air moon, of course, new moon in February, and a fire full moon. So there is, of course, fire and air energy very prevalent in our emotional realm and our internal world. With the Queen of Swords, she could be cold and detached, but at the same time, this is what's mirroring both of you. It's really fascinating for me, because there could be somebody, you could be dealing with somebody or more people that are really charging forward, or really trying to charge forward, and you are kind of trying to not get sucked into that too much, is what I see. They also understand that. I think they're understanding of that, but they're at the same time I hear want to swipe you off your feet, but you don't want to be swiped off your feet. I think you want to stay like grounded, you know. And they're not having any bad intentions. I think they just feel so much passion and so much electricity and excitement that you just want to go. It could be, you could be dealing with Sagittarius. That's a very Sagittarius trait. Also, we have this, you know, horseman kind of chariot thing going on here. It's important, I think, to be careful with the Queen of Swords. I say that when I see her in reverse every time, to be careful with your words. Don't say things that are hurtful. Really, don't be passive aggressive. Don't try to subtly, and I know Libra can do that very well. You know, try to get to somebody by actually being nice, but you want to slip the message more subtly. So be careful that you're not communicating in a way that is hurtful. Also the other way around, this is mirroring you. So there could be some communication that's unclear, that's maybe uncomfortable, that's hurtful, or where you say things you don't mean. Be very careful of that. And also about timing when it comes to communication. There's something, it seems like something about some sort of timing is off when it comes to communication. And there is this irrational aspect of connection or of your love life right now that you cannot quite put the analytical finger on, but at the same time, you know, well, I'm just trying to be honest to myself and not look away from the uncomfortable things. And I don't think you do. I don't think you're letting your unconscious self just guide you forward. But at the same time, it kind of doesn't make any sense what's going on here for you and for the other person as well. There's just a lot of passion, and I feel like you're not yet giving into that passion as much as the other person would like you to. So, and that might not even be the right decision, but you're trying to really not make a decision maybe, or give it time, is what I see here with the Queen of Swords as well. So stay a little detached from it, and you're more analyzing yourself and your behavior, I feel like, than the other person even, which is interesting here. I feel like you're really more analyzing your own reaction to things than what the person is actually doing, because they just want to go, you know, they don't care, they just want to move forward. But you're like, I don't know, I'm just going to take this slow. This is very much how I see this. We have the Father archetype card here, which makes so much sense with all this hesitant energy, or just not moving into action, and not really letting your ego control the situation, therefore. Which could totally go the other way around as well. I'm going to read from the book, because this is a smart book. Okay, the Father. The Great Father, the masculine, the protector, alongside the Mother, the Father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The Father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the Father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the Father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian, and we have this wounding here very strongly. He is both a guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves, here yet gone, the champion and the failure. The Father can never resolve or escape his duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the Father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family into the world. When light, it's supportive, strategic, regal, kind authority. When dark, disappearing, disappointing, devastated by failures. Okay, and then we have Go Deeper, Saturn Devouring His Son by both Peter Paul Rubens and Francis Goya are paintings that you can look at. And then there's little notes for exercises. Become a student of this masculine energy. Watch the Father in movies, in Shakespeare plays. See the Father as a pattern, not as personal. And then we have read poems about the Father. Sharon Olds, His Stillness, or William Blake's A Little Boy Lost. All right. Charms. This is long, Libra. This is longer than the other ones. The other ones were sort of super quick. This is super quick energy, but the reading is a little longer. So yeah, let's see. Huh. Nice. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of wisdom gained in this situation. A lot of wisdom gained. This is a very creative connection that you're in, so there can be, it could be an artful creation here that you are building with this person or people in general. Because they're, again, creative attachment. So this can really help your own creativity as well. And you can bring your own experiences into this. I think this is gonna bring you even more of a energy of self-love here, and loving yourself, loving your inner child, loving how you express yourself. there's a very, very, very third eye sort of connection here. Even though I think this is all a process this month, because there is the Queen of Swords that is like trying to grasp this with a logical sense, but at the same time there is all this confirmation that you are fine. You know, you have this wisdom charm with the little elephant here that says, wow, there can be so much wisdom gained in this connection, and both of you, you know, are wise people, or can really learn wisdoms from each other. There's a lot of sexual energy as well. There is a spark. Maybe the spark is more coming towards you and you're trying to steal yourself away from it and not letting yourself fall into it because it's maybe so strong, you know. But there is a definite yes in trying to create something and trying to invest with this coin here. This is my yes charm. And it's very spiritual as well, because there is a spiritual like priest on this coin. So it's definitely worth investing into this. There is the third eye charm as well, amethyst. So yeah, intuitively move forward here with the High Priestess. You don't have to understand it now on a logical level and analyze the whole thing. You really don't. Follow more your inner wisdom and see how you can create something that's also, I see, fun and creative. There's a hug me charm on, like, it's face down. So I feel like this person is not needy. So don't be afraid that this person or people coming towards you, that their passion or their excitement is not, it's not neediness. They're not trying to be needy. And I just got a message, so that's a confirmation. Or they might hide a little bit how maybe it's a little hidden how they would really like more affection from you. That could be, but they are not trying to be needy. Let's put it that way. This is cute. Oh, this is cute. Also with this wisdom here and with this like more spiritual connection. And what you could learn maybe from this person, or learn what you can get, they could be really inspiring, and they might even help you to suck you into your true self even more, you know. This could be I see this could be very beneficial for you when it comes to living and loving and expressing your higher self or your inner self, not necessarily your higher self, also your just true self. So I love that. Let's see what the Astro guys are saying. So there's Gemini. Yeah, communication is important. Gemini is also the Lover's card. So there is an issue, I think, with communication with the Queen of Swords in reverse. But maybe it's more like verbal communication. Maybe you don't need to verbally talk out everything right now. Maybe you just also need to experience a little bit of the fiery, passionate energy to learn here. That's what I see. We have Moon and the 12th house. So yeah, this is about starting a new cycle, definitely, especially around the new moon in Aquarius. And Pisces house, so the 12th house is the last house, already wrapping up something and starting a new cycle. So I think last month with the Mercury retrograde, maybe you really wrapped up a cycle and are starting anew now. And there also has been a lot of shedding of ego stuff, and it's still a little bit in the works here with the Queen of Wands, but you're really integrating those experiences as like very well, I think. And yeah, Gemini, of course you could be dealing with a Gemini as well, but communication is highlighted here. There's something that needs to be figured out when it comes to verbal communication and feeling each other out through verbal communication. So yeah, this is what's happening here. This is what's going on. All right, wow. Okay, Libra, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great fiery February, and please subscribe to this channel. Please leave a like, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.